Good morning, everyone. My name is Aaron Jarnagin, and I'm the Director of Marketing for Grow Cedar Valley, and I'm joined here today with Jim Schaefer. He's our Director of Investor Relations. Just this week and next week, we'll be having a couple updates from Grow Cedar Valley on some of the stuff that we're working on, just to keep you informed of things as we're going into this season. So this week we're talking about tiered benefits and growing the Cedar Valley. And then next week, we're actually going to have our Director of Talent Development touch on some of the talent activities that Grow Cedar Valley is up to. But just a short update for you this morning. Jim and I just have a few things to talk about with tiered benefits. So Jim, do you want to go ahead and just give an overview of kind of what tiered benefits is?
Sure. Thanks, Aaron, and thanks for putting this together, and thanks for all of you out there that are joining us today. Tiered benefits is a new model that we introduced at the beginning of this year. It's actually something that we've been working on for some time, and go back even a little further when the Waterloo and Cedar Falls chambers merged, and then the economic development arm came in. And that's been over 15 years ago now, but they wanted to get to this point where it was just one invoice. We're still doing community development. We still are heavily involved in economic development, but with economic development, we are always going out there with a 5-year campaign, 3-year campaign. This last one, we had great support, but as we went through our rebranding a couple years ago, this was one of the areas that they wanted us to investigate to get out of always being in the campaign mode. So tiered benefits is not new to the Chamber of Commerce, economic development world. There's many places around the country, in fact in Iowa, that have gone to this the past couple of years. So it's really a good exercise for us staff to walk through and list all of the benefits that our investors can take advantage of. Previously, it was the billing was done on the number of employees, and as your business grew, your employees number grew, your dues would grow, and your benefits would stay the same. So this is something that we studied for a long time, and as I said, we rolled it out in January of this year, had great conversations with a number of investors. They liked the direction we were going. They were behind us. They understood what Grow Cedar Valley does to support the business community and the community in general. And then, of course, COVID hit. And we took a step back from having these conversations and got right into it and supporting our members, our investors, and not just our investors. We supported the whole business community when the pandemic hit, getting them information out. Aaron did a great job. We had to adjust as small businesses did to the virtual world. 90% of my meetings are done via Zoom, and it's working. But we started back up in June, Carrie and I, having these meetings with our investors. Obviously, we wanted to get in front of everybody by the year end, but everybody's just busy. But we wanted to take this time just to let people know that tiered benefits is available. Nothing's going to change on your end for next year when we do ask for your continued support. But we want to have the conversation with you, and rather than just mailing out information or emailing it, we want to be in front of you more often. So I encourage you to reach out to myself, any of us. We're here to support you, and I'm confident you're going to like this new tiered benefit model we've put together.
Yeah, well, thank you a lot for that overview, Jim. I know that we were pretty excited about it as staff, going through and kind of seeing some of the opportunities that we were able to give to our investors. So a question I had for you is actually, there's a lot of new benefits that companies are able to take hold of. Do you have just a few that you'd be willing to share this morning?
Yeah, I mean, with the virtual age, we've been having the ability to have your logo on our webpage. And that's something we did a little bit with sponsorship, but this is going to be a benefit of your investment. Again, before COVID hit, we've got a beautiful boardroom that sets 2025 comfortably. We used to charge $50 for you to rent our boardroom. Once we get through COVID, one of the benefits is that you'll be able to use that 1 or 2 times a year. Many times businesses want to get away from their offices, get away from the phones, so that was an added benefit. Many times people ask for a membership list, and it would be $200, but at a certain level, that's going to be available for you 1 or 2 times. So we didn't want to call it nickel or dime, but we just wanted to have the benefits all laid out, and ask for your continued support, and we're here to help you.
Awesome. Well, thanks a lot, Jim. And so lastly, just to kind of connect, what's the best way for people to reach out or learn more about some of those benefits?
We have some of the information on our website, so you can go to growcedarvalley.com. My information is there. Please send me an email. We can set up a meeting. Give me a call. My cell number's on there. But this model is really best to just walk through it and have a conversation. And we can fit the best level that you think would be for you. So yeah, it's available. Jim at growcedarvalley.com is the best way to get a hold of me. And yeah, I'm confident, through this pandemic, together we're going to get through it. I'm born and raised in Waterloo, other than a couple years in Florida. This is home, so I'm pretty passionate about going out and promoting the Cedar Valley as a place to do business, and we just want you all to know we're here for you.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thanks, Jim. And then before we sign off today, I just had an update to share on an initiative that we're working on. It's a media initiative, and so I'll share my screen again. And it's called Growing the Cedar Valley. And as Jim mentioned, this has been a challenging year for many, and our focus is to keep pushing forward. Because we do believe that the Cedar Valley is going to end up being stronger because of this. And so one thing that we decided that we wanted to do was really to celebrate and highlight some of the growth that happened this year. And so we already kind of went through our first round of this media initiative, but really what it is it's just a collection of stories from our businesses, our investors. For example, Bill Caldwell and Hudson, they expanded on their parking lot because they had more staff, which means they needed more parking. So really kind of a big blessing for them. So, a couple other examples are a lot of the virtual meetings that we've been able to host. There was Live the Valley, which is our town attraction platform, hosted a virtual concert with Maddie Poppy, and there's funds raised that went to support local businesses. So really there's a lot of great stuff that actually happened this year. So I'd encourage you to, if you have not, to go to our website. And then as you scroll down, so if you start at the top of our page and you scroll down to the sponsors, you'll find this portion of the page here, and you click Learn More, and you'll be taken to this Growing the Cedar Valley page. And on there it talks about the growth that's happened this year with some ribbon cuttings, with some of the investment in our communities. And then you'll actually find, it's not popping up here, but there is a video right here of those first round of stories from October. And we're continuing that through the new year, and then beginning into the start of next year. So I just encourage you, if you have growth stories you want to share, whether they're big or small, we really think that any sort of growth for businesses should be celebrated and can be celebrated. I'd really encourage you to check that out. But Jim, unless you have anything else, that's really all that we have for you this morning.
No, I kind of went over briefly some of the benefits, and there's a lot more, too many to list, but that's why I'd like you to reach out and we can walk through it.
Awesome. Well, again, Jim, just thank you for your time this morning, and thank you to the viewers who tuned in this morning. Again, next week, Will Frost, our Director of Talent Development, is going to be coming on. And even though we've been virtual, there's been a lot of really good things going on for the Cedar Valley in regards to talent development and talent attraction. And he'll have some of those things to share for you next week. That'll be next Thursday, the 19th at 10:30. So again, thank you all for joining. Jim, thank you for your time this morning.
Thanks, everyone.
Yep. Have a good day.
Bye now.